Hello, everybody. Dr. Lee here. Um, Today, we're going to have a discussion about the singularity, right? And also Charlie Kirk. Um, Today, um, you know, said to announce the death of a very prominent internet figure. Okay, let me see. Yeah, so I just said to announce the death of Charlie Kirk. Um, while he was speaking at a university today. Unfortunately, it was a shooting that took place. Um, and This is such an unfortunate
Build a
event.
website you love.
This is so awful to have happened. Political violence means there's no more lid on the canister. And now every whack job can make an excuse to do any type of behavior like this. This is awful. Now the how is this in relate to what we're talking about? The name of this series is called "The Singularity is Here," and what I mean by the singularities here is that we're at this time where AI is more smarter than humans, and it simply needs to be programmed at that point. And once we get to that point, then it's going to make a lot of people useless. Um, Employers won't have any usefulness for a lot of people anymore after we get to that point. And it's just so happy that's a cataclysmic change. And that's why, if you're on the south side of Chicago, that's why it's very important you start looking at these events that are taking place around you, and it's best that you start preparing. So remember, the singularity, we're at the point where the singularity is here. So we're going to have mass unemployment and things like that. Also, we're at the transition point between the Industrial Revolution and the Information Age. So let me show you here. Remember, um, remember um, the photos here are these three right here. Oh God! Whoa! These three right here. It's like three bad guys all together taking a photo together, smiling. All flexing their planes. Now, we thought Russia is destroying Ukraine, and we thought Russia had an arsenal. Can you see what happens with China's? And there's over a billion, 1.2 billion of those people, right? Um, and this is the 80th year after World War II. So at the end of World War II, here we're at the 80th year. And so we're at the end of this industrial revolution period, and we're at the beginning of this information age. So in the information age, that's when there's going to be a huge transition there. So not only do we have the singularities here, we have the changing transition between humanity is changing, is upgrading from the industrial revolution to the information age, right? Now, the death of this um, um, internet sensation is very disturbing in and of itself. But when you look at it and the backdrop of everything that's going on, it reminds me of the same similar events that led to the beginning of World War II. At the beginning, I'm not a I'm not a I'm not a World War II expert or anything like that, but I believe the war started because the assassination of the Duke of Ferdinand or something like that. Let me see what started to to Duke. I said assassination of the Duck. Okay, yeah, Archduke Franz Fernaldo. Yeah. Okay, let me see what's going on here. Um, so this is what I'm concerned about here. Um, it was it now they historians say that the World War II began with the assassination of the Archduke Ferdinand here. Let me see if this is right. Two shots in Sarajevo ignited the fires of war and drew Europe towards World War One. This guide provides access to materials related to the assassination of the Archduke Franz Ferdinand, whatever, in the Chronicles, chronicling America digital collection of historic papers. Yeah, this will be very interesting to read. So let's see here. Two shots in Sarajevo ignited the fires of war and drew Europe wars towards World War II. I need better glasses, man. I just hours after narrowly escaping an assassin's bomb, Archduke Franz Fernandez, the heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne, and his wife, the Duchess of Hohenberg, are killed by Gravaro Princip. Oh wow! So they killed by him. Okay. A month later, Australia-Hungary declares war on Serbia, and Europe rapidly descends into chaos. So here, the first photographs taken after the assassination of the Archduke Ferdinand, heir to the Austrian throne. Wow. Wreckage after bomb explosion in Sarajevo. Arrest of Gorivo, a Princip bottom. Is this him? Oh, whoa, whoa. Are they wearing masks? Does this guy have a mask? This guy have a mask on? What's up with this? Okay. Here are the first photographs taken after Australian tragedy, in which the Archduke Fernandez, heirs to the Australian throne, and his wife were shot while in the official visit to Sarajevo, Bosnia. Okay, the upper photo graph shows the wreckage after the bomb explosion, and the lower photograph shows the young student um, taken into jail after his arrest. Oh, uh, very interesting. Um, very interesting. So, um, I think that's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to point out that my concern is that the political violence is the canary in the coal mine, and my concern is that the two groups in this country may start fighting for more control or reacting to these things, and it's just going to make it worse for everybody. So I would encourage you, if you're on the south side, if you're one of my patients or work with me or someone live on the south side of Chicago or anything like that, I think it's very important for you to start thinking about these things. Okay. Well, I think that's all I wanted to say for now. Readout, it's been a pleasure. to you guys. And please like, subscribe, and share. And so sorry to hear about this gentleman. So condolences to his family. Take care, guys.